Yes, I can hear you.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So I think Pravina is new for this class today. So Pravina, we are actually uh, starting with Python as the initial thing. Then we will be seeing all the frameworks in Python. Entire Selenium course. We are going to see API testing, DB testing, and manual testing also. Okay? Everything is included in this class. If you can stay till the last, I can explain you. Okay. The last 5 minutes I will explain. Got it, right?
Okay.
Is it Pravina am I speaking with, or who is that?
Yeah, Praveen.
Naveen, okay. Sorry, it was actually Praveen. Nice there.
Yeah.
Your name
Yeah.
issue. Okay, Praveen. That's it. So fine. Let me start with it now. So first we will see with Python basics. It has a lot of people does not know Python here, and they were starting with it. So let's try to understand it. Then we will also see the topics and we progress. So first step is, so what is Python? Okay, what is the difference between Python and other languages? Major. Let's try to understand that. So I have Rohit Kumar. Rohit Kumar, I request you to just wait till the last. Okay, we have started with Python course today, and we will try to. I'll try to explain the syllabus. Okay, at the end of the class. Okay, just be patient. We have started with Python today. We will complete it. Yeah. So coming to this Python, so there are a lot of differences that you have in Python compared to other languages. So we shall understand the differences and what is that Python um, comparatively different from others. So Python is called as a scripting. Python is basically a scripting language. So what is the difference between scripting and programming? That's a question that comes in, right? So scripting language is a language where you don't execute, where you don't compile it. Okay. For example, if you see C++, C, Java, all these programming languages, they are typically called programming languages. So in that languages, whenever you want to execute any script or any code, first you need to compile it, right? For example, Java, you need to say Java C file.java, and you will check any errors are coming or not. If there are no errors, then you will execute it by saying Java file.java. Okay, that's the way that you do it. Even in C and C++, you compile it first and then you execute. Whereas scripting languages like Python is one of the scripting languages. The other languages like Perl, Unix shell scripting, PHP, JavaScript, all these are also scripting languages like Python. Okay. So in all the scripting languages, you don't compile the code, you directly execute the code. Okay. You don't have steps of execution, or you don't compile a separate code and then you execute. You directly execute it whenever you find any errors. Okay, it will give you the errors in the compile execution itself. Okay? You don't need to compile it separate. That's a difference between scripting and programming. So the languages which I have mentioned like Java, C, C++ are programming, like Python, Perl, Unix shell scripting, PHP, JavaScript. Okay, all these are scripting language. So Python is one among them. So you may also ask me like Python, you will also call Python as program. Yes. So Python can be also called as programming. Okay. Or any languages or scripting languages can be also called programming, but not vice versa. That means you cannot call programming as scripting. What is the reason behind it? Like scripting can do everything that a programming language can do. For example, you can able to build an application. Okay, you can use it as a backend programming. Okay, to build the applications. Okay, but scripting can do on top of it. Like you can able to write server side coding. Unix shell scripts. You will write some configurations. Right, you can use it in other contexts like machine learning. All these things which Java, okay, especially the scripting part cannot be supported because Java or C or C++ or .NET, whatever languages which are pure programming, they cannot support scripting. So that is the reason Python is called as scripting languages. It also can be called as programming. There is no problem with it because it can do all the things that programming language can support. Okay. So I hope you are very clear about the first line because this is the basic understanding of Python. Okay. So Python being a scripting language also supports programming. So Python is one of the scripting languages which are existing here, like Perl, Unix shell scripting. Okay, this is the first important point that everyone has to understand whenever they start Python. Okay. And second thing, Python is a high-level language, which is a very common statement. So high-level language mean the language that is easy for the user level to understand. For example, you are a user, right? You are using it. Who is using this language? So if this language is helpful for you, or if this language makes you to work with it in a easy way, that language is called high level because it consists of more English words, consists of more, words which user can able to understand. So then what is low level language? Low level language is a language which computer can understand. For example, you are going with assembly language. Okay. Assembly language, you only just specify your logical address. Okay. You specify particular chip, physical address, logical address. Then you will go to that place and then you will do some operation. So this will not be understood by us easy. This will be understood by the computer easy. Okay. So such languages are called scripting, low level languages, which can be understood by us easily. That is called as programming. That's called high level language. I hope you are clear with this, right? So now we will understand a very important concept, which is Python's capability of okay supporting the object oriented programming. Very, very important. So Python is not only a procedure oriented language like C, it is also an object oriented language like Java. Okay, it supports both. That's very important thing to. Okay, what Python can do? Python supports object oriented and also procedure oriented. Okay, so what is meant by object oriented in Java? For example, if you take Java, because we want to understand the differences. See, all these are actually different types of programming languages, okay? Or different types of coding languages. So you should understand what is the difference between each and everything. Okay. So Java is a pure object-oriented language. Okay, you cannot write anything in Java without using class or objects. Okay. C is a pure procedure-oriented language. What is meant by procedure-oriented? You write step by step. Okay, it executes so step by step, first step, second step, third step. It is a procedure. It follows some procedure. Okay. Whereas object-oriented, it should has a class defined, and then you can write for a simple even print statement you want to run. You need to create a class in Java. Okay. So Python, the benefit of Python is it supports both. It doesn't mean that you have to use it in procedure or object oriented. You can use it in any fashion, whatever you want to use. You can use the same code to write and execute it both in object oriented way and in a procedure oriented. That means without using any classes object, you can directly run that. Okay, that is the biggest benefit of Python, which helps you to make ease of using that language. Okay, so Python is a scripting language. Python is a high-level language. Python is both object-oriented and procedure-oriented. These are the three important. And fourth point in Python is dynamic typed language. So this is a very common thing which has been asked, which has been which has to be known to everyone. So what is dynamic type of language? So there are two things, dynamic type and static type. So what is static type? Static itself by the name, you're going to have something static already there. Okay. Like Java, if you see, if you want to define any variable, you say int a equal to 10, float b, okay, if it is a float variable, string s, if it is a string variable. So you have to say like this in Java or C or C++. Okay, all programming language. Whereas in Python, you don't need to say A, B, C or int A, float B, string C. You can directly define a variable equal to value. That's all. So, and semicolon is not mandatory in Python, whereas in Java it is mandatory. If you just miss a semicolon, it throws you error. In Python, it does not makes you that restriction. So that is the benefit of using Python. Python being a simple language makes the users to use it in a ease, okay, without any restrictions on them. So that's the reason that everyone is now converting into Python. So what is the reason you don't have this you don't have this data types. So that means do Python does not have set data types. So Python do not have data types. Because if you're not defining, is it that Python do not have data types? No, that's not the case. The case is like Python has data type. Python has data, right? Okay. But we don't define it explicitly in Python. Okay. Sorry, I was on mute, I guess. So what I'm trying to say is Python has data types, but they don't explicitly to be mentioned. So what is the reason that you don't need to explicitly mention? Because the coding interpreter or the interpreter behind, because everything, if you want to convert from one language to other language, you should have something called a converter, right? For example, I write in Java int a equal to 10. So how my computer will understand that it is an integer variable with a variable value called 10 is defined to a. So you should have something to convert it or to understand to the computer that this is what defined. Okay. So in Java or any programming language, you need to explicitly mention int, float, or string or any variable data type predefined to your variable declaration. Because the reason is Python, sorry, Java or Python, C interpreters, or you can say the compilers are not that strong to identify without declaring. But whereas in Python, even you don't declare it, your interpreter is nothing but, so all scripting languages has something called interpreter. Okay, all programming languages has compiler. So compiler and interpreters work is same. They only convert the code, whatever you write, into the machine understanding, and then machine they'll convert back to the user understanding. Okay? That is like a converter, okay? Just a converter. So in scripting languages, you call them as interpreter. Okay. So for Python, Python has its own interpreter called Python interpreter. It can do lot of tasks. It can identify, even though you don't declare it explicitly, it can understand and it can identify a variable, what type of variable it is. Okay. That is a benefit of interpreter. So Python interpreter is very strong. It can able to identify and debug, and it can able to convert into can able to convey that message to computer so that you can get the execution out of it. Okay. So that is the benefit of Python has a very strong interpreter. Okay. Where you don't need to declare any data type prior to your data type variable declaration. Very, very important. Okay. You can directly say A, B, C with any value. Okay. It will understand that what type of data it is. Okay. So now the next important thing is why Python is used by a lot of people. That's that's a question, right? Why Python is used by them? What is that Python provides you? What is that Python benefits you compared to others, making everyone to use Python? So the reason why every company is using Python is because Python has extensible libraries, or you call them modules, or you call them packages, whatever the name you want to call them. Okay. All these are there in Python, which makes Python very strong programming language because you don't need to create a code from the scratch. Even Java has libraries. See, libraries, modules, and packages, the meaning, outer meaning being same for everything, but internally they actually differ from each other. Okay. But what you need to understand right this point of time, Python has so many predefined libraries. That means so many existing libraries for every field. For development, you have libraries. For testing, you have libraries. For AI, ML, machine learning, artificial intelligence, you have libraries. You just need to import that libraries in your code and then run it. That's all. Okay. You don't need to create any code from the scratch. You don't need to develop it from the scratch. You just need to use it because Python itself is a free tool. It's open source. Okay. And platform independent. You can use it in any platform. So that makes the users to import any package and use it in a to the best way. So what does it means in a simple way? Python has so many predefined things. You don't need to write much code. Okay, you understood, right? In a simple way to make you understand. The coding in Python is simple. The coding in Python is less because of something that is already existing. You just need to import them like a plug and play. You plug that and you use it for your purpose. Okay. So are you? These are the very important topic points of Python. These are all important points of Python. You need to just understand what are all these points. So Python is a scripting language. Python is a high-level language. Python is both object-oriented and procedure-oriented language. Python is a dynamic type of language. Python has so many libraries which makes code to write easy. And Python is open source and platform independent. That means you can use it in any operating system like Windows, Mac, Linux. It's a open source. Open source meaning it is a free software. You can directly go to Google and download. You don't need to pay any license for this software. You don't need to buy it online. Okay, so that's a benefit of it. So now let's try to see how to uh, download Python. Okay, see, everyone understood till here?
Yes, Nikhil.
Yeah, I'm clear so far. Yeah.
So you can just message if you it's okay if you don't want to like, but you can message. Yeah, I see that Manoj also joined early. Hi Manoj. Manoj, I would request you to wait till the last minute because we are actually discussing Python topic now. Okay. So the syllabus I would like to tell you once this class is completed. Okay. We are covering everything in Python, not just in Python. We are going to cover everything in Selenium. Okay, not just automation testing with Selenium. We are seeing API testing, DB testing, manual testing, everything included in this course. It's a full stack testing kind of thing we are going to see. But yeah, I would request you to wait until the last minute so that I can explain you the entire syllabus in a clear. I don't want to disturb others' time. Okay. I have just started now with Python okay, basics. So we will quickly try to see how to install Python. I would request everyone, if you have systems with you, you can parallelly do with me, or you can do it, you can get this recording and get it. So how to download Python? You just need to go to Google. It's a free software as I told. It's open source. Okay, being an open source, you can directly download it from Google by saying python.org. Okay, python.org. This is the website where you can able to download Python. Okay, if you see this website, in this website you will find downloads. Okay. You have something called downloads. So when you just hover your mouse in this downloads, don't need to click on it, just hover your mouse. You will be able to see the version 3.12.83. So this is the latest version of Python which is available currently in, okay, it changes, okay, every time it changes. So I would request you to download any version after 3.9. Okay. So 3.10 or 3.11 or 3.12, whatever this current version is there, you can download. So you just need to click on it. That's all. It will get downloaded. Okay. So hope you are clear, right? So if you want to install this latest version, you can just download. So once it is downloaded, you just need to open it. Okay. Once it is downloaded, it's a one click. Okay. To get it downloaded, once it downloaded, it will get open. So yeah, so this is the way where you can able to install Python. So before installing it, do anyone knows Python before? So or everyone has joined the class new to understand Python from the scratch and along with that automation testing. So is it that anyone knows Python before? You can either speak out or you can message if you don't want to speak. Just want to know your thing. whether you know it, from where I can start and yes, some basic idea. What about others? So we are going to see so many things from the scratch, okay? Don't worry. And we will, yeah, that's okay. Anyone else? Anyone else wants to reply? So you need to click on this. Before clicking on this, click on add python.exe to path, okay? Then click on install, okay? Clear, right? Just click on this and then click on install now. So you please remember this path before you click on it. It is there in your app data, local programs, program. So it is different for me in different location, okay? It will be there in a different location for you. But just to try to remember the path, whatever it is there, okay? So this is important because we are going to now install something on top of it. So we are going to configure it, okay? So for that, you need to just install. So I'm just clicking on install now, okay? So I will cancel it since I don't want to install this for a long time, okay? Just a minute. Sorry. So I'm going to cancel it. Don't cancel it for you. You just try to wait until this is installed. I'm canceling because I have so many versions in my system. I have around 2, 3 versions in my system. You don't need to do anything. You just need to let it go. So after it's installed, you will get something like setup successful. For me, it is setup failure because I canceled the installation. But for you, it will be like setup successful. Okay, that's all. That's a simple thing where you can download Python in a very simple way. Okay. Hope everyone is clear with this. Everyone is clear with this till here? Everyone understood it? Okay. I mean, I'll just, you can just message, okay? If you understand something or if you're facing any issues, you can please let. So now, once you have installed, once you have done with this, once you have installed it, you have to configure the path. Because the path is very important to be configured because you may run your Python script from anywhere in the system. Okay? You don't know where you save your Python. Okay, you may save it in D drive, E drive, F drive, or anywhere. So how my computer will recognize that code because you are installing Python in a specific location under your app data, your programs, program file in some path. Okay, but how do you want your system to recognize some code that is there in your D drive? You're saying some code in D drive. How do your computer will recognize? No, right? It will not recognize. So if you want your system to recognize your code anywhere in your system, and you may log in with a different user also. For example, today you logged in with your name. Tomorrow you will log in with some other name. Okay, or you may log in with a different user, right? Okay, so your friend will open it or your other or someone will open it. So with their user ID. So for them also you want this software to be applicable. So for that purpose, you need to set that environment. You understood, right? So this is the first step everyone has to do. Once they install it, just to go to search and type environment. If you just type, you will be able to see, edit the system environment. This particular thing you will see, click on it. So once you click on it, you have to click on environment variables. Please listen my class. So here you have, this is like user variables for admin, system variables. So user variables for admin means you need to set some variables which are preserved or which are preserved in your system can be accepted by any users. Okay, whoever logs in. So for that, you need to give the path. You need to say to your computer, boss, I have Python in this path. Okay, wherever you get this Python code, you recognize that Python is there in the path, and then you run the code. That is understanding. Okay. So you just, if you have something called path here, and then you have that Python path already there, you don't need to do anything. Otherwise, you need to just click on new. Okay. You need to click on no. Say PATH, capital or small, anything is fine. And paste the Python path, okay, wherever you downloaded it, okay. You would have downloaded it in, app data. For me, it is something like this, right? Users admin app data. For you, it will be in a different location. Got it right? It will be in a different location because whenever you're downloading or installing, it will mention you that location. You just need to remember that location and give that path. You should give the scripts path actually. So scripts has something called PIP. So PIP means it is Python index package. So you need to give this path. What is the reason you have to give this path? Because this path will make you to install new packages in Python. In Python, there are so many packages. So if you want to make it support to Selenium or development or any other things, you need to make your system support to install any other softwares on top of it or any other packages on top of it. For that purpose, you need to give the path of scripts. Okay. Hope you are able to understand and get my point. So you need to give this path, copy control C, and then go to this environment variables and control V to do it. Okay. And also do control V and remove this script path. So these two things you need to do. Okay. For me, it is already there. So I have something called path variable already there, which I have given scripts on this. These two I have already given. So I'm not giving it now. Okay. You have to give it if you're doing it for first. Similarly, you need to do the same thing in the system variables, create a path variable. Okay, if it is already there, that's okay. Otherwise, be new, say PATH, and then do the same copy paste of it, comma, not comma, semicolon, then control V, and then remove the scripts. So this two path has to be there in your system. Okay, if you want to run Python code anywhere from your system, and that is something very much prerequisite for anyone who are installing Python for the first time. Okay, so for me, it is already there. If you see, it is already there. I have things already there. I don't need to do it. For you, this to be done. Then after that, you click on OK. You click on apply and then click on OK because I did not do any change. Yeah. Any doubts?
Nikhil, I'm just following that. Can you just show me the system variables now?
System variables. System
Yeah.
variables
Path.
is just a type environment variables. Okay, environment.
Yeah, I'm already on system variables. Just want to know the path.
Yeah, system variables. If you have something called path already and you have this particular path, okay, you open it. If you have any variable with path already, okay,
Yeah.
open it. Otherwise, click on new and then type PATH. Okay, small or capital, anything is fine. Then
Yeah.
copy paste this path.
Can I copy
If
paste
you
the same
already
path that
have path, open it. On top of it, you add a new. Yeah, same path you have given in this path.
okay, yeah.
Yeah, then click on OK, click on apply. For you, it will be applied. For me, because I did not do any change, it would be applied. So just click on apply and then click on OK, and then restart your system. This is very, very important. Okay? Got it right?
Okay, yeah.
So what happened till now? Because everything that we do should be known to us. Every line of code that we write should be known to us. Okay, we are going to see so many things in Python now in this course, which can really help you a lot and lot, because we have not even see the entire Python course is not even 1% of our syllabus. Okay, we are going to see so many things, multiple frameworks, end-to-end approach. Okay, we are going to see different types of frameworks, different types of testing with Python that can gain you so much of experience. So you have to be very clear with the starting dates, okay, starting classes, right? Because we're going to see the core part of Python there. Okay? And again, everything will be on top of. So now, once you restart your system, the changes that you have done will be affected to the system. Okay. So because if you don't restart your system, it will not be affected to the system, because your system should first recognize Python is installed, should recognize the path where you are given. Okay, all this to happen, you need to restart your system. So once you restarted your system, first thing that you need to check is go and open terminal. Okay, if you just type terminal, or you can go and type Windows R. Okay, Windows R, if you just type Windows R, and then if you click on CMD, so it will open the terminal. So here you just type Python -- version after you restart. So what that means, you are asking your computer what is my Python version which is installed in my system. So for me, it is 3.9.9.5, 3.9.5. For you, if you're installing this latest version, it should be 3.12.3. That's okay. I'm fine with any version more than 3.9. Okay, that's what I told you, right? So if it is 3. Latest version or 10 or 9 or whatever it is, that's okay. We can write the same code, we can execute it. Okay? So hope you are clear, right? This is where if you find like this, that means your Python is there in your system. With that, you have set the variables also. Okay. So hope you are clear, right, everyone? Then you have to open something called IDLE. IDLE. Just to go and type search. See, IDLE, this is a application which is automatically downloaded or installed whenever you're installing Python. So you downloaded Python, right? And you installed Python, right? Whenever you have done it, automatically there is something called IDLE, which will be coming as part of Python script. Okay. You don't need to install it separately or any other things is required. Okay. So what is meant by IDLE? Just click on open. You open this IDLE. So what is this IDLE? IDLE means integrated development environment. Okay. So this is just a tool which Python has provided you to write Python code and execute it. Okay. The tool to execute Python code is IDLE. This is the default tool because you're not, there are some external tools like PyCharm, IntelliJ, there are so many external tools which are there in the market. Okay. But whereas Python provided it, and this is a default tool. Okay. This is a default Python tool. Python command prompt, you can say, to write Python code and execute Python code, which is provided by Python software whenever you download Python. Okay. So this is very clear, right? You are clear about it, right? So once you do it, you need to open it. Okay. Once you do it, you should be opening it. Okay. Let me open. So whenever you type it and you open it, you will be able to see this IDLE. I'm opening a new IDLE, even since I have other IDLEs in the system.
And just a question, my
Yeah.
IDLE version is different from my Python version. Is it all right? Still okay?
No, that shouldn't be the case. How come Python version is different from IDE? Do you have multiple ID Python softwares in your system?
No, I
Py-
downloaded the Python software a long time ago, but I haven't used it.
Yeah, then you can open any IDE. If you are at least aware of that basic thing, you can open any IDE. Just IDE is just a software which is you can write Python code. Okay. So you're
Okay.
saying about PyCharm. PyCharm we will discuss. Entire Selenium we will discuss in PyCharm. So this is a simple Python programming. So that's the reason we don't need PyCharm for this. So we will continue doing it in IDE since it is a basic software that we are going to see. Okay.
Okay.
You're clear, right? Sonali also was mentioning something. Okay. We will see the entire Python, Selenium in PyCharm. Okay. So you can open any IDE if you have any softwares with you. That's okay. So IDE it can be any version. Ideally, if you have one IDE in your system, or if you have only one version in your system, it will open that IDE. Okay. If you have multiple versions, you can open any IDE. That's okay. That's not a problem. So here is a place where you write your Python code. You can directly say, right? I said a equal to 10. So you can give any variable, okay, any value to that variable, and any variable also. So if I print A, if I just type A and enter, it will give me 10. So your Python is interpreting. What is the type of it? What is the type means? What is the data type of it? The data type of A is nothing but integer data. Okay, it's an integer data. So it will ask whenever you do it like this, it will automatically give you the data type. So if you type, this is a inbuilt method. Whenever you say type of any variable that you define, so it will give you the result of the data type of it. So the data type of each type. So what you need to understand here is Python has data types, but you don't pre-declare it. Okay? I did not say int anyway, but I'm able to capture the type of data type of it by using type of it. Okay. So I did not give anything called int in the declaration. I did not say int a equal to 10. I just say a equal. For example, if I say b equal to 20.639, something like this. So whenever it finds the decimal values, okay, whenever I enter B and enter it, it will automatically go to your interpreter. So interpreter is there in backend. Interpreter means it is just, see, whenever you see this scripts inside, not scripts, inside your Python 3.9, okay, or Python 12, you will be able to see file python.exe. That's called interpreter. Okay, you will be seeing something called Python.exe or Python application type. Okay, Python, which is of application type, like 100 MB is there, right? So this is the interpreter which is there. Okay. Okay. This is the interpreter which is going to understand your code and change and convert your code to other languages. Other language means computer understandable language. Okay. So what you need to understand here is whenever you say B and if you enter it, that will automatically give you the value of B. Okay. And if you want to know the type of P, it will give you the type which is float. So it is a float type. How your computer will understand? Whenever there are some decimal values, like dot after dot, you have some values. So your computer will automatically understand, okay, this is a float variable. Okay, even though you don't declare it explicitly, like float equal to something. Okay, even if you want some variable like Nikhil, which is in double or triple quotation. Okay, whenever you have any single or double or triple quotations, that is a string type. Okay, if I print C, it will give me value. You can also see what is the type of C, what is the data type. Okay? It belongs to the data type called str. Str means string data type. Okay, got it right? So now we will understand how do we declare variables, different types of. So now we have to understand how do we declare different types of variables in Python. Okay. There are three ways to declare it. Okay. One is like normal declaration, like this, whatever you see. Okay. Other is you can also assign by saying A equal A comma B comma C, the same variable. A comma B comma C equal to, so 10 comma 20.639, which you have given, okay, comma, Nikhil. So other languages it will not support because other languages you have to give the data type. Whereas in Python, if you don't give, okay, it will automatically understand. So you can also declare a variable in Python like this. You can also declare a variable in Python like this. Okay. So what happens? It will be assigning A to 10, B to 20.639, C to Nikhil. Okay. Got it right? If I print A, B, it will give me, C, it will give me, A. So either you can separately declare it or you can declare it. Or you can declare a same value to all of them by saying A equal to B equal to C equal to 100. So here A becomes 100, B becomes 100, and C becomes 100. So now you may ask me a question. We have already declared A equal to 10 and B equal to 20.639, C equal to Nikhil. Again, you are declaring A, B, C equal to 100. What about 10, 20.639 Nikhil? So in Python, there is a concept called garbage collector. Okay. Okay. Garbage collector. So what does garbage collector concept says? If there is any unused variables, okay, it will automatically be removed from Python space. That means if you are not, so what is the concept of Python? How it works is, what is the latest value? Okay, what is the current value declared or what is the latest value declared assigned to that? That is the value of that variable. For example, before I said A equal to 10. Now again I say A equal to 100. Like this, it means A is assigned to 100, B is assigned to 100, C is assigned. So here if I say B equal to 20.639, again if I say B equal to 100, it will not consider the previous value. It will only take the latest value. That's the way that Python works, okay? So the old values will be automatically removed from Python space, okay? It will only remember or it will only consider the latest assigned values for that variable. Okay, don't get confused. This is the part, this is very important that you need to understand in the initial days of this. Okay. What is the current value for that variable is the latest value that is assigned to it. Okay. That becomes the value. Automatically, the previous values will be deleted from the Python when it is not being used. That means it will be automatically deleted. Okay. So you are clear, right, everyone? Of what are the three different ways to define a variable in Python?
Yes, I'm clear.
Okay. Yeah, I would request the other people, see if you like my demo, see I'm yet to say the syllabus to you. Okay, I will complete the identifiers concept now, and then we will discuss the syllabus. Okay, I would request everyone to stay till the last, okay, till last minute who are new, so that I can explain you the syllabus, entire syllabus, which we are going to cover in this complete course. Okay. That would really help you. And if you have to do any payments, please complete it today, because from tomorrow, maybe they are going to share a new link, which is a paid link. Okay? We have paid them only for them. The link will be shared. Okay. Hope people know it, right? Because in 8 a.m. class, the same thing is happening. Okay. So only for those people who has paid, for them, the link will be shared. Got it, right? So please make sure that you do your payment, whatever is supposed to be done. Okay, so that, yeah, any questions still here from anyone? Are you clear? So, no, 3 free demos. Can you please tell the class around? Class timings is initially 9 to 10, and it will move to 8 to 9 after few days. Okay. Yeah, 3 free demos will be there. Okay, tomorrow also for the namesake it is free demo. But make sure, see, if you complete your payment, I can add you to WhatsApp. Okay? There is a WhatsApp group where few people in this group are also added in that. Okay, because they have completed the registration, and I can share you the materials and all this. That's the reason I'm asking you to do it as soon if you are interested. Okay. Got it, right? So that I can add you to WhatsApp group. You can communicate with me separately also wherever you have any questions or concerns. I would be happy to reply. Yeah, any questions, anyone, till now regarding what we discussed? So these are the 3 different ways to define variable in Python. Okay. Now we will see some important concept of identifiers in Python. So I will go little fast, okay, once we have completed some basic topics, okay. Let's try to see identifiers. So do anyone know or have any idea about what is identifiers in Python? That's okay if you don't know, but just ask me. That's okay, that's okay. It's not required, just do. Yeah. So identifiers, see, these are all one-time read in your lifetime. You don't need to read all these things again and again. Okay. This is just for one-time understand. Okay. One-time means these are all very basic topics which has to be known. This is our first class, right? So you should know all of them. Okay. I'll share these notes, okay, for everyone once you have done your payment. And I will share you Durga sir notes. I'll share you Durga sir videos will be also given to you. Okay, once you have done registration, if you are finding any difficulty in getting the videos from Durga sir, DurgaSoft team, you please ping in that group. Okay, in that group, DurgaSoft team I have added. Okay, I have added the contact. I have added every one of you in WhatsApp group, right? Few people are already there. So there you can find the DurgaSoft team number. Okay, you can just mention their name at the rate DurgaSoft team. Please provide me these videos or please provide me the notes. Okay, which I did not get it. Okay, if they don't reply, then I'll take it. Okay, so you can just use that group for any communication or any issues that you face or any concerns that you have. Okay? And there are so many people in that group. You can also ask any doubts that you get. Okay, if no one is staying, I will also answer that. Things. You can use that for productive things. Okay, please use that. Okay, that's the only purpose of creating them. So now coming to the identifiers, very, very important. What are the types of identifier? What are the identifier? What is an identifier? Identifier is nothing but they are the rules to define the variables or the classes or the functions. That means you need to know what is the current way to define a variable. For example, if I say underscore a equal to 100, is it a correct way to define a variable? Can you tell me yes or no?
No.
Okay. Lot of people say no, few people say yes, no one say yes, but it is a correct way to define a variable. Okay. See, I'm not getting any error. I got answer. Is it a correct way to define a variable? Is it correct way to define a variable?
According to the above, yes.
No, not according to above. As per your understanding, is it correct way to define a variable?
For my understanding now.
No, right? Yeah. At least, is it a correct way to define a variable? So you guys say no, right? Two people say yes, no. Okay. So, but actually, it is a correct way to define a variable. Okay. It is a correct way to define a variable. Okay. So you will not get any. But you don't define it. You don't define it. But you need to know what is the correct way, what is wrong. Is it a correct way to define variable? 1 ABC equal to 1.
No.
No, yes, no, something like that, right?
No.
Mhm. But maybe you are not sure about it, okay? Whatever it is. So actually, it is not correct. Okay, you will get an error like this if you if it is not correct, it will throw an error. Simple. If it is not throwing an error, that means it is correct. So you need to know the rules. Whether you define it in this way or not, you don't define it, right? You just say ABC or you will say A1, A2. You will say some combinations. You don't define like one ABCD. But you need to know what are the rules to define. So there are totally 5 important rules. I could say 4 to be very crisp. Okay? 4 important rules for defining the variables. Okay, for that matter, classes and functions. In the later phase, we'll understand. But currently, there are 4 defined ways to define. So the rules say is an identifier cannot first point. Okay, there are 4 points. I'll tell you one by one. An identifier cannot start with a number. Okay, what it says is an identifier cannot start with a number. It can start either with the underscore or the alphabet. So I think by this way you would have understood it, right? What it says, an identifier cannot start with a number. You can have n number of underscores. This is also correct way, you don't have anything there, but you just say underscore. This is also correct way, but you don't define it. It's not correct. You don't need to define like this, but this is also a correct way to define a variable. So what it says is, first step it says is, an identifier should always start with either underscore or, okay, alphabet, and you can have n number of underscores or n number of alphabets, or after that, you can have n number of numbers also. For example, you have underscore, you have 1 to 3, you have n number of numbers. Okay? Even this is also acceptable. Equal to 500 if I say. This is also acceptable. Don't do it, but it is also acceptable. Because it starts with underscore. Or you have something called A, something equal to some value. It is also acceptable. If I say 1, something equal to some value, it is not acceptable. Or 2 or 8, whatever it is. Okay? If I say 8 or 9, it throws an error. Okay. So identifier should always start with underscore or A, anything it can start. Or after that, you can have a number of numbers can be there. Number should not come as a first character. Okay? And second thing it says, you can have n number of underscores and n number of alphabets and n number of numbers after that. Okay? There is no restriction. This is the first thing. Second thing, you can not use any special character except underscore. For example, I cannot say A at the rate 2 equal to 100. Is it correct way? Actually, it will throw an error. Show some syntax. So what is the reason is, this is a special character. The rate is a special character. So what are all special characters? So if you see down to your function keys, there are some keys. If you just click on shift and if you enter it, this is a special character. This is a special character. Just to press shift and that keys. This is a special character. 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 All these are special. Even this is a special character. Shift and if you say after 0, if you press it, this is a special. So it says that no special character in Python is accepted except underscore. And you can have any number of underscores anywhere you can use underscore. There is no restriction. But it says that no special characters are accepted in Python except underscore. And underscore can be any number of times, anywhere it can come to declare a variable. So you're clear, right? Second point. Second point it says is you can define underscore any number of times, anywhere you can define. Okay. Since underscore is the only special character that is accepted in Python. Other special characters I said which are not accepted. So there are no other special characters accepted in Python for declaring the variables. So this is the second point. The third point says Python is purely case sensitive language. You cannot change the cases. So this is very, very important to understand. Like, for example, if I say A equal to 100, and if I try to print a capital A, saying that they both are same, but that is a camel case and this is a small case, that doesn't make sense or that doesn't make any difference, you will be getting wrong answer. It says that A is not. That means once you declare small a or capital A or whatever you declare, only that has to be printed. Okay, for example, here in this case, if I say A equal to 100, which is small case, and you're going to call A capital A, which is not the capital. Okay, it will not accept because Python being a case sensitive language, it actually makes difference of the cases. Okay? You have to be please be clear with cases when you are defining. So this is the third important thing. And the fourth important thing, in Python, you cannot use any keyword as the identifiers. Okay? You cannot use any keyword in Python as the identifiers. What does that mean? So I am very, very sure that even though you know Python, you're going to learn so many things here in this class because I'm going to cover every topic of Python, which is very, very important to make your, basic, okay, make your what do you say? This thing. Check. What I was trying to say is your make your base strong. So I see few people have joined and left. Is that? Rohit has left. Huh? Who has left? Okay, so now keywords in Python are not accepted. Keywords in Python are not accepted. So what are keywords in Python? Keywords like if I cannot say if equal to 1. This is the keyword, right? If is for some purpose to do some conditional stuff. Else is for some purpose. Okay, for is for some purpose. All these are for some purpose. So if you say import keywords, okay, keyword dot kw list. So these are the list of keywords in Python which you cannot use as a identifier. That means as a variable. So you cannot say if equal to import in as lambda with all this. I will explain you everything when the time comes. Okay, what are all these keywords and where these keywords are used and all. Okay, we are going to see so many things in this. Almost everything we will see, but we will try to wait until when this comes. Okay, when topic comes, I'll explain this. So I hope you are clear with this now, everyone. So let me go and explain the syllabus. People who is already there in the class can drop off. Thanks for your time. Okay, so I'm going to explain the syllabus for people who has not note about the syllabus. So please stay for 2 minutes. I'm going to explain and then we can also talk. Others can please join.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you. Please.
Thank you, Nikhil. Nikhil, can I stay?
Who is this?
Richard.
Yeah, your wish. If you want to stay, you can still stay.
Yeah, cool. No worries. Thank you, Nikhil. I just need to ask you like just 2 questions. That's all.
Okay. Yeah, I will give you assignments. Okay. As we progress, I'll give you notes. I'll give you tasks. Okay. When
Yeah,
Selenium
that's
comes and you don't need to worry about it. So now coming to the this is the syllabus of Python. The syllabus of Python majorly has 3 things to be understood. So we are going to first cover with Python. We are going to see 170. You will also get 170 videos from Durga sir. Okay, who taught this? He's one of the very much renowned faculty. So he's one of the renowned faculty, and this videos will be very much helpful for you if you are available, if you are getting things. And then one more important thing is I'll be teaching entire however I'll be teaching entire syllabus, okay, of Python, and along with that you will also get this 170 videos of the sir, okay, for you as a free course. Of course, if you want to buy it offline, you need to pay 8,000 rupees in DURGASOFT website. If you want to buy it separately, but you will get it as a free course when you enroll my course. Okay, you need to take that. You need to ask the DURGASOFT team to share that. And next thing we will discuss Selenium concepts. We will try to cover all the Selenium concepts which are required for automation. So by the end of the Selenium concepts, you will be able to automate any application. Okay. Then we will see frameworks. We will see 4 frameworks totally, very, very important, and which are the maximum number of frameworks that are existing in Python. Like we will see unit test framework, we will see page object model, which is not a framework, but it is a design pattern. We will see data-driven framework, we will see BDD framework, we will see PyTest framework, we will see robot framework. So all these things will be covered in this section as part of framework. And we will see 2 frameworks in little detailed way. So we will try to discuss the project from that also. So one is PyTest and other is BDD. If possible, we'll also see robot. Okay, as a project, or we will try to see, I'll see the market dependency based on the market requirement and market expectation. I will try to teach you 2 projects which can help you. Then very, very important to make you understand. Rohit, I think you have joined now. So let me just recap it. So we will first complete Python syllabus. We will complete all the Python concepts, everything in a very detailed manner. Along with that, you will also get 170 videos of Durga sir as a free thing. If suppose if you want to buy it offline, you need to pay 8,000 rupees, but you will get free when you enroll my course. Okay. Then we will discuss Selenium concepts, entire Selenium topics we will discuss, and we will next discuss about frameworks. So you don't need to worry if you don't know anything about it or you don't understand anything about it. So whatever I am teaching, that is very much required for the companies to hire. Okay, and companies are specifically looking for those things which you need to have in order to get your placement. So all these things I have been teaching because I currently work in an organization as a test manager. I do so many recruitments in my company on every now and then. So you don't need to worry about the content if you don't understand. But if you understand it, you will then get the quality of that we are going to complete. Okay? We are going to see entire frameworks in Python, such as PyTest framework, unit test framework, data-driven framework, okay, robot framework, page object model design pattern. Entire things are covered here. Along with the 2 projects we are going to cover. We will see Git and Jenkins to the extent, okay, and we will see API testing. It is not done yet, okay. We will complete Selenium, then frameworks, then 2 projects, then after that Python, then API testing. We will see both manual and automation API testing with the rest assured PyTest framework. Then we will see DB testing to some extent, not a complete, to some extent. We will see agile methodology, we will see manual testing. So we are going to cover full stack testing here. Full stack testing in this course, not just a few topics. We are going to see full stack testing. And interviews purpose, I will share you sample resume. I'll share you HR contacts, 200 plus HR contacts I'll share with you. You don't need to worry to reach to anyone for getting placements. Important interview questions I'll share you. I'll create a WhatsApp group and add you to that group. There are no classes for Saturday and Sunday. Okay, recorded videos will be provided to you by DurgaSoft team every day. You need to reach to them for that videos. You can claim an experience of 2.5 years after you have completed this course. Classes are from 8 to 9 and 9 to 10. So currently your batch is 9 to 10. We will move to 8. No, sir, we will try to see 8 to 9 also if you're interested. So you can reach to this numbers for registration. Yeah. So any doubts in the syllabus that I explained? So what are we seeing now? We are seeing API testing, DB testing, manual testing, agile, Python, frameworks, project, okay, API testing. So we are going to cover entire things what is required for us. Okay. Yeah. So any question? We are going to see to the extent of this experience. Okay. Not everything. Okay. See, 10 years experience has something, 15 years has something, 5 years has something. So what is required for 2.5 years to maximum 3 years, we are going to complete. Yeah. Any questions? Anyone? Anyone have any questions?
So Nikhil, I'm working with Infosys as a manual tester. So after that course, I am thinking for IJP in the same company for the Python Selenium automations.
Sorry, you are using, I'm sorry, I didn't actually get your.
Okay, so currently I'm working in Infosys as a manual tester.
Okay.
And I'm thinking to move in IJP for Python automation tester.
There are hundreds of job opportunities. Okay, hundreds and thousands of job opportunities in PyTest, in BDD, and in robot. Okay, this frameworks, if you know, there are so many companies. See, you don't need to wait. You don't need to believe on me. Okay, go to Naukari. Naukari is not my website, right? You just go to Naukari. Okay, you can able to find any number of jobs. Okay, so just to type robot framework, comma, PyTest framework, comma, okay, Selenium with Python, like you will find thousands and thousands of jobs. Okay, you don't need to worry about the job openings. There are so many job openings in this area. So you can easily apply for jobs within your organization also. There are so many job openings. Because every company uses now, every company is switching to Python. Okay. So like big market companies like Amazon, Apple, Google only uses Python for their development and testing. They don't use. See, currently I work for a client called Apple, from an MNC. So I work on the core development of Apple. Apple does some core service developments. So I, being a tester, I work for the core development. That means for their own product, we are going to design something with Python. So you see how better way these guys are actually using Python, okay, for their daily activities. So big companies never use any other language except Python. Apple, okay, Google, Microsoft, Amazon only uses Python for testing or for development. Yeah. Any questions?
Yeah, I have one question actually, same like Rohit. So right now I have a 7 to 8 experience on a SQL support project only, and out of that I have a doing manual testing also, not for the extent level, but I got a chance to manual testing along with the support project. So I thought automation will be good for the next future career, but how can I show as a zero experience in automation and
No,
along with
no,
8 years of
no need to show. You can say whatever manual testing you have worked, show it as automation, okay, or whatever the support you can your work. No one is going to verify. Okay? See, you know, right? In companies, they don't check whether you have really worked in that. They only see whether you have worked in a company, okay, which provides you some particular role in that. Okay? So you don't need to worry about it. You can reach to me. I'll explain you how to handle your experience, okay, in keeping this automation experience as your in your resume. Okay, you don't need to worry about it. There are so many ways to do that. Okay, I can help you with that. You can personally connect with me. So once you have done payment, you can reach to me over my number, everyone, to this number 9121 443 446. You can ping me in WhatsApp. Okay. which you have done. I'm going to share it to everyone. It's 9:12. Okay, in the chat, you can check. Fine. I have something to go now. I have some urgent work to take care. Any things to say, anyone? No, if you're not having any issue, then you can please. Or we can close the class. Yeah.
Yes, Nikhil. Nikhil, can you quickly share the notes? I didn't get it yesterday because the meeting has
No.
ended.
Okay. Notes you did not receive.
No, I did not receive the notes.
Okay. So I will share the notes in that group. Okay.
Okay.
Just get it from. Okay.
And everyday class videos, Nikhil.
Class
that
videos,
is
please reach to them. Okay. You can do one thing. That
Yep.
group, in the group, please ping that how they are getting that videos. The people in that group are getting videos every day, okay, from DURGASOFT team. So please ask them how they are receiving that videos, okay, from where they are receiving, any contact that they have, so that you can also follow it. Because see, generally, I also don't have any access to any videos. They don't share anything to me. They keep it more secret with them. They will not
Okay,
share
okay.
anything with me. So I have to reach them to get the videos access or class access or anything else. Okay. So I am just
Okay.
like a kind of trainer who comes and do the same thing as you. Okay? You paid and I train. That's all. So everything is
Okay,
handled
okay.
by
No
them.
worries, Nikhil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it right? Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks, Alex. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Nikhil.